Hey everyone, I'd like to talk about excuses. I'd like to talk about the area that, or the space that gets created to house this way of being in the world where we excuse ourselves for not being able to choose a certain or make a certain choice. So, for example, if there is any resistance or any difficulty around making a choice, when I say making a choice, I mean making a choice to be a certain way in the world as well. Um, Behaviors we may exhibit around this time are while we're making excuses is that we're not ready, um, whatever for whatever reason we come up with. We could be pleading that something doesn't happen, or we are holding on to something. There's attachment there. There's a fear of letting go. Anything really in the category of fear would be included there. So if for any reason, so you put it in inverted commas, whatever you want to insert there, right, that you won't choose something immediately when you know that you want it, or when you say that you want it, right, you you go into a waiting area. So now you're in the waiting room. So in the waiting room there is first of all a you're waiting, obviously, for what you're waiting for. Like, are you going to, until you decide something different, or you're waiting for something to change that will change your mind? Or so you're always, it's like it's really disempowering because you're waiting for something external to change something about you internally, so that you feel like you can make another choice, and you believe that you need the external thing in order for you to change to make the choice. So that sounds like a lot of work, because it is. So why not just choose it? Why not just decide, I want to be a certain way? There is nothing difficult about being nice. There's nothing difficult about being kind. There's nothing difficult about loving someone. There's nothing difficult about any of those things. And they should come with ease. It should be ease. And if there's a difficulty with doing that, you should be able to choose, okay, well, I'm going to be a certain way today, or I'm going to be nice to such a person today, or I'm going to open myself up to something today, to some experience. So if you find that in that waiting, you will find that in that waiting area, nothing, it's like a cloud of sameness. So now it's like you're in this pool of, and of course it's confusion, because you're not making a decision, you're not making a commitment, you're coming up with the reasons why you don't want to, or not even don't want to, you're coming up with reasons why you won't. So there's a willingness, because we all can. So there's a willingness to not, or there's a willingness to. So it's just to separate, it's really to separate the unwillingness from the willingness. And there is no point in saying that there is a willingness and yet coming up with excuses around not being willing. So there's a willingness, or there's not a willingness. So there's unwillingness or willingness. And it's to know that if you are in the unwilling category, that you are stuck in an area where you are disempowering yourself because you're waiting on something external to change your point of view, when actually you have everything inside, and you have all the tools that you need to be able to just choose that. So if you wake up in the morning, you decide, I'm not going to allow something to stand in my way of choosing this, I'm just going to choose it. Just choose to be a certain way. You don't have to wait for anything. So it's in the waiting that I feel like we delay ourselves, and we delay where we want to be, and there's really no reason for a delay if we just be. We just choose to be, and then we be. So that's really all I wanted to say today. So just some food for thought around excuses, and if there's any reason that you say that you can't do something, it's just that you won't. And if you want to, then just be it and do it, and know that it should come as easily as that, and there should be ease with it once you come out of your own way. Thanks, guys.